My name is Michael Loftus, and my car is a 1964 Ford Falcon Sprint convertible. I became interested in Falcons when I was in high school. I worked at a gas station, and I got my first car was a 1964 Ford Ranchero, which is in the Falcon family. And I drove it all through high school, all through college, and I still have it to this day. It's in a restoration process now, and it'll probably wind up with one of my daughters. So I started restoring the Ranchero, acquiring parts and things like that, and I decided, well, I really wanted a convertible, and it had to be a Falcon. So I started doing some research on the internet, and I found one in Canada that I really liked, but you know, it was in Canada. It was quite a ways away. It was kind of a hassle. But the guy sent me some photographs, and I happened to show them to a friend of mine who happened to show them to a friend of his at work, and his buddy said, well, I've got one right here. So I got together with him, I met him, I went up and looked at it, and it was up in Escondido, parked and covered in the garage, and next day I bought it, $5,000 cash. I was a happy guy. When I got the convertible, it was all there, but it didn't run, and the motor had sat for 10 years. So we pulled it out, I rebuilt the 260, sent it down to some guys here in San Diego at Speed Specialties, had them build the motor exactly the way that I wanted it. Bored over 30, put a nice little mild cam in it, put a nice 4-bell on it, and balanced and blueprinted it. Got it running really nicely and smoothly. And put it back together, new brakes on it, new tires, wheels. Drove like a dream. For a 4-speed car, it was perfect. Drove it for a year and really enjoyed it. But I knew there were some things that I wanted to do. I knew I wanted a little bit more go power, and I wanted better stopping power. And I definitely wanted a nice 5-speed transmission for a little overdrive. So that's when the restoration process began.
Ah, yes, the old car in the barn story. I'll bet you thought that was an urban myth. Kind of like the guy in the trunk. Okay, guys. Guys? So even if Michael's dream car was in pretty good condition when he found it, it was still a long road from where he found it to where it is today. We'll be back later to see and hear just what it took.